going to meet. I am foreshadowing. We agreed that you could foreshadow.
Yeah.
We will meet someone very significant to her in coming minutes.
I think I know that.
And I think that's a great point.
Actually,
I'd never thought about that maybe the two of them
are supposed to be
are us.
Our reason.
Yes.
They're our reason. They're our humanity.
He's what we don't want to be. And maybe what we don't want to be has to be exposed to the truth of what will become if we become him.
Because everything we've seen of him so far is not likable. Have we seen anything likable about him?
Nothing at all.
Outside of his bravado that we all want
right.
with Charlton Heston.
I want to be that. Yeah, I want to be that. But I don't see anything really likable about the character.
It is an odd choice that there's not even one redeeming factor, not even the typical Hollywood thing where he pulls out a picture of somebody he loves, and we never know who it is, but he looks at them.
Right.
You don't even get that.
No, he's happy to be away from humanity.
He
hates everybody. He's glad to be at the end of the universe.
Holy crap! I think you actually opened me up to something because
It's not about Heston. It's
the other two.
It's about Zaius and.
It's those
not
that
Zira.
Zira and the person to come in coming minutes, but it's them. They are us.
Right, I think so. Well, yeah.
Just took 40 minutes to get to us.
Well, that goes to the Luke Skywalker thing, which everybody, in Star Wars, everybody talks about that he doesn't show up until past 30 minutes in. You don't meet your character until that.
Todd was talking.
Oh, I had never thought of that before.
Yeah, you have nothing to hold on to in that movie. You don't know who your main character is. You think it's other people, and then he shows up, and the movie completely changes.
Wow.
Yeah, Todd was talking in previous minutes about how every 30 minutes you're supposed to do what?
So the rule of storytelling in films are usually 120 minutes, one page per minute.
Right.
Every 30 minutes, the story should dramatically shift. Star Wars begins with spaceships going, and by the 30-minute mark approximately is when the Millennium Falcon goes off. They blast off. The 60-minute mark is, I want to say, landing on the Death Star, and anybody that's going to go out and break me down. I'm not trying to be exact, but then the 90-minute mark is they go and they deliver the plans. The final mark is blowing up the Death Star. So the story is always propelled in 30-minute increments.
So the 30-minute mark, this is basically either the first time they encounter civilization or the first time they encounter the apes.
It was the apes. The first time they encountered
So we do have the shift.
Yeah.
The first shift is we meet Ape Society.
Yeah. There's a famous screenwriting teacher called Sid Field, which a lot of people, bemoan him and say he died recently, but was a hack because he got to this granular level of breaking it down. But the truth is, that art has to adhere to some principles to keep it moving. You'll get Quentin Tarantino who will break it.
You have to know the rules or break the rules.
Exactly.
Isn't that isn't Dan Harmon Community? Isn't that what he does? He talks about that 30-minute circle. He's got that circle of how a story should unfold. Oh, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Really fascinating.
And when you get down to it, you can't argue the point.
Because it works.
That for these stories, you build, you change, you build, you change. It's what you do within the change, and when you break it, again, like Quentin Tarantino, because even Pulp Fiction can be broken down that way. It's just very odd. But this story adheres to that.
Yeah.
We got 30 minutes, and we had a shift.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got for this minute.
I think we broke down this minute pretty good.
Here's the great thing, Richard. We wanted to get to the point where our minutes are a little more robust.
Yeah.
It's already great having you on.
Fantastic. Well, they finish. She finishes with he's definitely. Zaya says he's definite gift for mimicry. Zira says, "I wonder how he'd scale on the Hopkins manual dexterity." He says, "Which way runs earlier?"
You can't say it either.
I can't even say it. I'm one beer in and I can't say it. I wonder how
we aren't drinking beer anymore.
I wonder how held score. I wonder how held score on Hopkins. I'm not reading that wrong.
Do you need my glasses?
No, that is.
That's wrong.
It says held score.
Okay, cool. Right. And then Zaya says an animal, and then Julius says, "Look." And Taylor's now wiggling his fingers. Mm-hmm. Zara says, moving his fingers. Of course, he saw you move yours. But perhaps he understood. So this is first moment of Zira just kind of becoming this. I recognize something in me and you. That
she recognizes the bare essence of humanity, the bare level of it, which is maybe why again she is our vessel, because she's seeing him at his base.
And Zaius is just dismissive.
Mm-hmm. And he's beyond dismissive.
He wants to just do brain surgery and then wipe them all out.
Well, you start thinking about what he will say. It definitely lends to the fact that he knows something and he wants this person eradicated.
Right.
But why would he know it, et cetera? And
I mean, watching the film for the first time, all the way through. I definitely got that sense with watching this character as well. I was like,
I think you do.
He's hiding something. He's covering something. There
Right.
is something that he does not like about this person or the other captives.
And that goes to Hitchcock's theory that if you're going to introduce mystery, you have to have a reason to create doubt within the audience. You have to have, what is he hiding? We automatically believe someone is not telling us the truth. We automatically believe there's more to it. And I think they do a great job with him, with the eyes downturned, immediately wanting to lobotomize people. Yeah.
Oh, we're assuming.
I'm sorry, that's a minute ahead. We're going to talk about that.
We're not talking about
Okay, so that's,
We'll finish this minute,
we're 35 minutes in.
Oh.
Let's call this minute.
All right.
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay, so that's the end of this minute. Let's take 2 seconds to say thank you to Pete and Alex from the Star Wars Minute who got all of this going, this idea of breaking down a movie a minute at a time. They're fantastic, helpful. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. If you've not listened to their podcast, do check it out. As a Star Wars fan, I can't live without it. They make the joke that they always wonder who's listening. Well, I am one of the ones that's showering every time I listen to it,
I'm
but
ready
I
for
am.
episode 3 for them to get to work on
No
that.
doubt. Could you guys get off it and get back to work? But we appreciate it. And there are tons of people out there doing all these different movies, different things like that. There's some people now talking about breaking down TV shows, which, oh dear Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
22 episode seasons.
Uh-huh.
Well, I almost went to Sean and said, hey, should we break down Game of Thrones? We both love it, but you start thinking about that. Holy Christ.
Now something more Netflix oriented, like Stranger Things. That might be a good one.
That might be fun. I did think this
Uh-huh.
when we finally get through all the Planet 8 movies. And I
Wait,
know you want to do
We're talking
Highlander.
about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies. All right. Yeah.
You want to do Highlander.
Uh-huh.
We're going to touch one of my favorites. We're going to do Citizen Kane Minute. It's my favorite film
Oh,
of
that'd
all
be
time.
great. Yeah.
You want to talk about a movie we can break down 1 minute at a
Take
time.
on Kane.
Oh.
Kane on me. What are we doing?
Okay, so we digress. Anyway, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow. Check us out on our website, minuteoftheapes.com. I'm Todd.
I'm Sean.
Hey, and I'm Richard.
We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.